And we are live. What's good? It's your man DL Saint. How y'all doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Y'all know what time it is. I really want to know podcast. Let's see what we sound like. We are in business. Sounds all right. How y'all doing? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Yeah, I see. I'm just having a good time out here, y'all. I'm glad it's Friday. Doing this real quick. Learning. I am learning for real. Getting out here, getting to it, getting at it. Especially with this YouTube stuff. Brother Doug mentioned, I think it was yesterday, that it's like do some clips, and I was like, bet. There's a tool on the YouTube mobile app which allows you to do up to a minute clips, of your content. Okay. So I did it. I think I put out 10 clips. One of them already has over 1,000 views, a bunch of likes, bunch of dislikes. Wow. You hear about the TikTok effect on people's attention spans, but bro, like you can see it. It's like, wow, this is it. This is how people think now. It has to be short. Brother Hayoka, what's good? How you doing? Good to see you. I'm like, oh, wow. So I did that. Most of the clips were from the episode we did on the Homie on Woman King. Again, that's a tough one. That's a real tough one for the community. History is important. Accurate history is essential. What Hollywood does, they're just trying to make money. I get what they're doing, what the actors are doing. They're trying to make money and, get established. I understand it. You know what I mean? I understand it. But to encroach on history the way they have done it, that is just wrong. It's just wrong. It is wrong. You know what I mean? The story that they're telling, the story that they wanted to tell, it's just wrong. The Homie, you know what I mean? With the evil empire, absolutely evil empire. I mean, that's it. If you want to tell a story about them, fine, but make sure that you leave that part in. They were evil. So most of those clips came from that. A lot of clips were from Brother Rook explaining what was going on in historical facts, which I think that's great. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm fortunate to have a brother like Rook in my clique, in my crew. You know what I mean? I respect the hell out of that man. He's been around. He knows what he's talking about. And the very first clip we put on there, it allows you to put text. And I was saying how, Rook was telling us about this back in July. And now that's all everybody is talking about. So, shout out to Rook. Sister Candace, what's good? Good afternoon. How you doing, love? How you doing? And Brother Doug's in the house. What's good, bro? I was just talking about you, Brother Doug. I took your advice, man. I did a bunch of clips. Actually, it's your advice and Suzette Speaks advice. I'm looking at finding some editor. I'm going to upload that and really get into, cutting down the not cutting down the content, but putting out content and bite-sized portions that, people can consume. But you're right, Brother Doug, right off rip, man. I put one of those clips I put out yesterday has over 1,000 views already. People are talking about it. Even the trolls and haters came out, which I thought is great. I mean, that's the whole part of this platform, isn't it? To get conversations going. You know what I mean? Brother Donnie's in the house. Queen Smiley's in the house. What's good? What's good? Queen Smiley, I am honored to have you in the chat. Yo, y'all be wilding over there on Black Man Unfiltered. I love hanging out over there. Weekends are tough for me. I'm going to try real hard to get on the barbershop segment weekends are tough for me. Being a single father, that's the weekend is the transition, phase, taking my daughter to her mom's to be her mom for the weekend and then like bringing her back and doing all the other stuff that you can get done, get as much as you can get done while, the kids are away. My kid, not kids. So yeah, but thank you and welcome, love. I'm glad you're here. Good to see you. Good to see you. And bro, Doug, for real, that was fire, bro. I looked at that. I'm like, all right, so it's on and popping now. I see that it's on. I'm gonna start working on the clips, getting that stuff out there, and continue doing what we're doing, like we're doing right here. You know what I mean? I like to talk about a little bit of everything. We were trying to get it done today, but we're gonna do it on Tuesday. We're gonna talk about this whole DeSantis thing with flying the migrants to Martha's Vineyard. I haven't been following that story, but Jay Swans has been all over that story. He's been sending me stuff, talking to me about it. And it just blows my mind. Like, what are these people thinking? Like, seriously, man, like you're playing games with people's lives. There are laws out there. You know what I mean? Like, but we're going to talk about that on Tuesday. We're going to get into it. I have no idea what this cat is thinking. My conservative brothers and sisters out there, they love DeSantis. PBD loves him. Rogan loves him. All these people. Apparently, he's a really nice guy in person. Apparently, I've never met him. But this latest thing he did was stupid. That thing he did with Disney, that was dumb. And that's going to bite him in the ass. So there it is right there. Now he got problems in Orlando. The stuff he's doing now, replacing, people. He's just going like removing elected officials that he don't like. That's going to be problematic. You know what I mean? Like, look at Val Demings. Like, so we'll get into that on Tuesday. We'll get into that, man. People keep talking about DeSantis. Like, DeSantis running for president, man. He'll be lucky to win a re-election here in Florida. Every action has an opposite and equal reaction. So what he's doing, and this thing he did with the migrants flying them around and all that, there may be some legal consequences there. And I'm talking about from the Department of Justice. Like, he might have broke some laws. We'll see. I don't know much about that. I'm purposely staying away from it. Jay Swans is all over it. He's going to break it down for me, which is going to be breaking it down for all of us. And that's Tuesday. It's going to be Tuesday around noon, y'all. So be looking for that. The thumbnail is out. That's crazy. But today we're going to talk a little bit about science. We got Brother Heyoka in here, man. I'm definitely going to drop the link after we go through this video. Found a pretty cool video from Digital Engine. Go check them out, man. That's a pretty cool YouTube page, Digital Engine. Go over there, give them a subscribe and check out what they have on there. It's like really cool stuff. Just to keep, to keep your mind going, to keep your mind sharp. Always challenge yourself. And that's what's up. Queen Smiley, a gracious bell. Can't wait to see you in the barbershop. Yeah, I'm going to try. Hopefully I can get there this weekend. If not this weekend, maybe next weekend. I'm trying. I'm definitely. I got to get in there though. I love it over there on Black Man Unfiltered. And Dusto's episode was fire. That was fire. That was so crazy. I hope he does that at least once a week. That was so funny. Brother Doug, everyone is late. Only reason the Martha's Vineyard called headlines is because it's a place for rich people that has been going on for months. Like I said, I don't know much about it. You know what I mean? What I know about it is very basic. And like when Jay Swans was talking to me about it, just with my mind, you know what I mean? Again, coming from that bubble of, my old life, my real old life, coming up, dealing with the law, dealing with the police, dealing with them boys, dealing with that stuff. When he was talking, I'm just kind of like, yeah, man, that don't sound legal. That don't sound legal in so many ways. And I'm not even gonna get into it. I'm gonna wait till Tuesday. Like, I had questions. I'm like, so where did this come from? And how did this happen? And he's sending me articles, and I'm like, yeah, dude might have stepped in it for no reason. What the, like, WTF, DeSantis? What's wrong with you, bro? You know what I mean? So yeah, we'll save that for Tuesday, man. We'll get into it. Brother Heyoka, you have to have some charisma as a politician. You can't be anti-seduct. Hey, man, you should have some charisma. We were talking about that too. Like, the face of politics has changed. Politicians are just whatever, man. They're like carpetbaggers, bro. Like I said, man, you get these people there, they have these ideals and just stuff of what they want to do. You send them off to DC. You know what I mean? I keep saying it, man. It's like the Knights Templars, man. They went into the Middle East, sharing a donkey, broke. They ain't had nothing, and they came out of the Middle East. You know what I mean? Some of the richest people on the planet. They came back richer than the Pope. Same thing we do here in America. You send them to DC and they carpool, and then they come back out of DC on a private jet, bro. Like, they going to get the bag. The majority. This is just my opinion, but the majority of politicians, I don't care. Red, blue, whatever, independent, I don't care. Socialist, communist, doesn't matter. Whig, Federalist, I don't care who you are. Politically, you get to DC, you getting bought. It's just so much money. And I'll keep saying this. If America knows your name, if you're a politician in America, the average American knows your name, you're bought and paid for. Bought and paid for. That's just my personal opinion on it. We'll pick this up on Tuesday and really get into it. You know, Brother Doug, Democrats have been doing the same thing too, shipping immigrants to red states. Florida and Texas has been shipping immigrants to sanctuary states. Okay, we'll get into it on Tuesday, man. You know what I mean? I hear this a lot. You know what I mean? When I talk to Republicans about something, they point their finger to the Democrats, talk to Democrats about something, they point their fingers to the Republicans. Okay. It seems to me lately, I don't know why, but the Republicans don't seem to understand there are laws on the books. And they keep going afoul of these laws on the books. And you know people gunning for you. When I was in the street doing my dirt, trust me, I didn't break any laws until I was ready to break said law. I knew they existed. I didn't accidentally break no laws because you get locked up for that shit. You know what I mean? If you're going to be doing dirt like that, you best understand how the system works. Again, we're going to talk about that on Tuesday. You know what I mean? It's just funny. It's just funny. The more I pay attention, people in the media ignore what Democrats do and only focus on Republicans. We're going to get in that on Tuesday. You know what I mean? I got some thoughts on that too. I see what you're saying. You know, it's just I'll say this. When I was coming up, the dumb criminals used to point at us and be like, well, they out here doing stuff too. And the police would be like, well, we don't have any evidence on those guys. We didn't catch those guys. We caught your dumb ass. So, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like I said, man, go ahead and put that in the old
think tank.
Right? Put that in the old think tank because nothing.
Arch. Nothing gets past the old think tank. Nothing.
That's how it should be, man. So just telling you from my personal experience, like I said, I know very little about what's going on with this. And that's by design because, you know, Jay Swans is going to break it down to me on Tuesday. So we'll be able to have that conversation. It's going to be fun, y'all. Let's see. Democrats want all the immigrants to go to red states and make voting without identification and Republicans sending immigrants to sanctuary states. It is what it is. You know what I mean? That's a silly fight. You know, of course you should show your ID when you go vote. That's a silly fight. I got to show my ID when I go into a club. I got to show my ID when I want to buy some alcohol. I got to show my ID when I buy a weapon, buy ammunition. You know what I mean? That's silly. You know what I mean? That really is a silly thing. Absolutely. People should show. I mean, I don't know why they made that fight. You know what I mean? And again, I do understand why they made the fight. They did it for the exceptions. But, you know, my grandma, she's 105 years old and she's never had an ID. She was whatever. Go get her one. You know what I mean? And most people who are older get some sort of assistance anyway, so they have ID. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know what I mean? Brother Doug, like we struck a nerve with Brother Doug. Somebody who is like, I'm not politically affiliated with nobody. You seem to be coming to the rescue of the red side. Democrats don't understand there are laws on the books either, but when all the major networks are owned by liberals, you do not hear about their dirt. I give you that. I mean, you got MSNBC, but you got Fox. So, you know what I mean? MSNBC, Fox, I put them on the same plane. We got YouTube. You know what I mean? You got people like me who call balls and strikes. You got people like Patrick Bet-David. You know, again, same thing. He just puts people out there, let them say what they want to say, no matter how crazy it sounds sometimes. You know what I mean? So this out there, you know what I mean? You got non-liberal, well, I'm not going to say non-liberal, not as liberal publications out there. You know what I mean? You got BBC, you got Al Jazeera. So there's ways to get the information, man. Like like I said at the top of this show, man, people's attention spans have gotten so short. You know what I mean? No one wants to do the work on anything anymore. They just want to sit back and like just inject the information into my brain. Like, bro, no, you got to consume it. You got to do it. But yeah, the Democrats out there, especially those Democrats who are kind of dirty. Trust me, I know this when I got into the political world. The Democrats know when they're breaking the law, bro. Trust me, I've seen it firsthand. They know when they're breaking the law and they know how to do it. They move like straight criminals. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. They move like G's. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not saying all of them, but there are some within the Democratic Party. You know what I'm saying? Those dudes, those warriors in the trenches, man. You know what I'm saying? The hitters, the political hitters, they know what they are doing. And you talk about going up to the line and pushing that boundary between legal and illegal. Boy, I've seen it. I've been in the war. I mean, not in the war, in the room. I've seen them. I seen how they get down. And I will imagine the same thing happens on the other side. Politics is politics, man. It's all money, bro. It's all money. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. And Brother Doug, now I'm calling out both sides. I have to call out what the Democrats are doing is because people only focus on what the Republicans are doing. Okay, I see that. Yeah, again, it depends on what state you in. You know, down here, down here in Florida, a lot of circles I move in, man, they're only talking about the Democrats, man. You drop a fact. You know what I mean? Hey, Trump did this. You know, he's got a problem. He said he didn't have these documents. The documents are right there. The FBI found them exactly what they said it was going to find them. What about Hunter Biden? Like, oh, okay. Like, all right. Hunter Biden didn't have those documents. But this, that's cool. You know what I mean? But I'm talking about this dude. You know what I mean? We'll talk about that dude later. I'm talking about this dude. But, you know, what about Hillary Clinton? What about AOC? What about Nancy Pelosi? Like, all right. You know what I mean? Okay. But like, I feel you though. And I try to do that. So we're going to have that. We're going to do that show on DeSantis. And what I am looking for is, you know, something on the other side to talk about during that show. Cause I do want to have some balance. You know, normally if I'm talking about like that episode I did about, you know, when I was saying Trump was a big pimp, you know what I mean? But we were talking about other people as well. You know, so I'm gonna try to find some other stories out there. Like, let's look at what Biden is going. Maybe I even bring up that Hunter Biden shit. No, you know what? I'm not gonna bring that up. I'll bring up what President Biden is doing with Ukraine and the money and all that kind of stuff, because that's hurting him as well. It's a lot of money going over to Ukraine. I get what they're trying to do, but yo, it's a lot of money going to Ukraine. A lot of money. A lot of resources going to Ukraine. I get what they're doing. Want to break the Russians. But boy, oh boy, it might break us in the process. We'll see. I don't know. So I'll talk about that. So we'll be talking about DeSantis, and then we'll talk about what the current president is doing, his foreign policy with Ukraine and all that kind of stuff. And we'll talk about this upcoming energy crisis that they're about to have over in Europe. That's really going to change the picture over there, and it's probably going to change the picture over here. We'll see. You know what I mean? And then we'll also look at what's going on with Wall Street, what's going to happen after the midterms. I think it's going to get bad for everybody. I think all this political shit is going to go, you know, to the back of everybody's mind, because the prices for everything is going to continue to go up again. Interest rates are going to continue to go up, as Jerome Powell has already said. And then we can also probably even talk a little bit about what B of A and some other banks are doing with this, you know, no money down to adjustable rates, right? You know what I mean? The adjustable rates are back. You know what I mean? No, nothing down, adjustable rates. You know, B of A is saying, oh, we're doing this because we want to help people of color and the unfortunate and the downtrodden and getting into homes. That could be a problem. So we'll talk about all that on Tuesday. We'll make it a political day. You know what I mean? Brother Heyoka, just injecting information into my brain would have been a good segue into the show. It would be, because we're about to get into that right now. This video, the video we're gonna watch, robots, new AI gets aggressive and AI art explodes with Elon Musk. We're gonna watch this video. It's about 16 minutes. We're gonna watch that and comment on it. It's gonna be some pretty cool stuff. You know what I mean, Brother Doug? I'm more focused on Democrats currently, because those 1% shot callers, men behind the curtains, are using the Democrat side, and people cannot see it. Yeah, the 1% uses Democrats and Republicans. Jay Swan said it on this platform. There are guys that will have fundraising, real high level fundraising events for the Republican and the Democrat in the same house, right? That's the thing. That's always been a thing, and it always will be a thing. As long as Citizens United is the law of the land, right? You got all that dark money out there, bro. You know what I mean? The 1% buys them both. They are buying the complete system. They don't give a shit, red or blue. And y'all know I've been pushing that message for a minute. It's have yachts and have nots. I'm trying to get a boat. I hope y'all trying to get one too. You know what I mean? Sister Candace, the Fed chair, is wilding. Yes. Yet, listen, go check out George Gammon, Rebel Capitalist. He's on YouTube. George Gammon. Go check him out. Right? Go subscribe to him. Watch what he talks about. And he's been saying this for the past 6 months. He said the Fed is going to continue to raise rates until something breaks. That's George Gammon. Shout out to him. Let me say that again. The Fed is going to continue to raise rates until something breaks. He said that months ago. And I'm looking at it now like, wow, you're right. He was spot on. Go check out George Gammon. Real talk. You know what I mean? And then we definitely gonna do another. The financial shows don't get a lot of traction, but y'all know how I am. You know, I'm gonna do what I feel like doing. We're gonna talk about shit that I really want to know. So, and that's what it is. You know, the relationship stuff does really well. The political stuff does, you know what I mean? But the relationship stuff is where it's at. But I want to talk about everything. Like this show right here, we probably won't even get a whole lot of views. That's fine. It's us. You know, we doing what we do. It's all good. You know what I mean? We got the Joes over here, man. We're all thinkers, and that's why I'm gonna keep doing what I do. I haven't forgot about the submarine show. I'm still trying to wait for people to get back to me so I can show y'all what these people are getting for these privately owned submarines. Can't wait to do that show, man. That just blew my mind. Brother Doug, the AI and automation is a huge part of the 1% plan, probably. You know what I mean? And that's the part of the plan that, you know, it's going to backfire on all of us. Like we just created our monster or demon. We're about to see that right here in this video we're about to watch. And then Brother Doug, the 1% fund both sides, but they're making more headway with the Democrats right now. When the Republicans get more momentum, they'll use that side. I'm always on the opposite side of the 1%. Okay, I give you that, bro. I give you that because, yeah, 1% don't care. If they could buy your vote, they would. Just keep it 100. If the 1% could buy the vote of all those people who do not vote, because most Americans don't even participate in the process, right? Think about that. Most Americans do, the overwhelming majority of Americans do not vote. If the 1% could buy those votes, they would. You know what I'm saying? And if they could figure out a way, that's why I'm keen on, yeah, you should show your ID to vote. You know what I mean? Imagine if you didn't have to show your ID to vote and the 1% found a way to buy those votes. Shit, they might be doing it right now, for all I know. You know what I mean? So, yeah, absolutely. Maybe Doug is on to something. That's why the 1% was like, nah, fight this voter ID thing. See there, Brother Doug? Right there, man. We right here, bro. That might be a thing. Yes, and he's like, I'll save the rest for the political stream. Please do. That's going to be a good one on Tuesday. If you don't know about the Agenda 2030, you may want to get familiar with it. Society is going to make a major change with AI and automation. Oh, that's what's up, man. And I can't wait. Yo, I've been talking to my buddy Sam Tripoli, an amazing comedian. One of the guys who helped me when I started out, the comedy trenches out there. Sam Tripoli was recently on Rogan. I want to say maybe a month ago he was on Rogan, maybe a little less. He is a big time conspiracy dude. Brother Doug, when we lock that in, you definitely got to be. You might want to join the panel on that show. Like Tripoli, he is a tinfoil hat guy. And I love him. He has conspiracies on everything, bro. Everything. It's amazing. So, all right, we've wasted enough time. It's not a waste of time. It's just us interacting, having fun. So it's not wasting time. You know what I mean? So I should say, without further ado, how about, well, I can't say that because some other content creator says that shit. What can I say? Fuck it. Let's just keep going. Let's get to the video. Let's get to the video. This thing with YouTube is a lot like comedy, right? People have their things, you know what I mean? People have established themselves on their platforms and they have words and kind of, there's a young lady out there who just got started. She does nothing but reviews. And her thing is, she was like, no intro, let's just get to it, right? And I forget her name, but I kind of watch her sometimes. She like when she's reviewing Bill Burr or something like that, she has some good stuff. But that's her thing. No intro, let's just get to it. Click and she starts the thing. That's her thing. It was that mediocre male tutorial or something like that. He was like, without further ado, that's his thing. You know what I mean? So I'm like, shit. So as a comedian, when I'm watching comedy, I don't like to really be around too much because that stuff seeps in, right? When you're hanging out with comics and hey, you hear this and that, it seeps in. And before you know it, you could be on stage doing some crowd work and something will come out that's somebody else's thing. You know, concept or bit. And then, of course, you have comedians who just outright steal your material. You have that. So, like in comedy, that's a real big thing. Like, be careful because you can accidentally use someone's bit. And it probably happens in music, too. I remember when I was in band, I was in jazz band in high school, one of the trumpet players took my solo. Took my solo. I played the same solo on this one particular song. I played the exact same solo for 2 years. You know what I mean? It was band, like improv, whatever. That was my solo. I just started out with the first 5 notes were always the same on that solo. And then I would just kind of go off and do some other things. And I remember one day listening to her, she was kind of playing it because it was in her head and she didn't realize it. She was just kind of playing it. And then sure enough, she went up. She was soloing before me and she did it. And the whole band was like, yo, you took D's solo. And she was like, what? It was just in my head. You've been hearing this thing for 2 years. Of course it's in your head. But I let her keep it. I just made up something else. But I'm just saying, this is how YouTube works, y'all. You got to be, yeah, it is what it is. You don't want to steal nobody's shit. Brother Hey, okay, yeah, mediocre tutorial and reviews, MTR, yes, and shout out to him. Respect to that brother. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a cancer survivor too. Young man, very smart dude. Go check him out. You guys are probably all subscribed to him anyway. If you're not, go check him out. He has some good stuff he talks about. These are the people I'm trying to catch up to. You know what I mean? I'm not quite like Myron. I don't look at them as ops. I don't look at him like I'm gonna beat their ass. I look at it like it's plenty of room for all of us. You know what I'm saying? I just respect, I respect what you do, man. Run that lane. I'm in this lane over here. And there's some people out there in the YouTube world that I don't respect and I don't fuck with. And I don't know, you know, I don't say anything about it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm from Cincinnati, but my family's all Southern. We're of the mind. If you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. So people ask me about, hey, how do you feel about so-and-so? And I'm just like, y'all got any Kool-Aid? If it ain't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. That's what it is. Sister Candy, shout out to the Trumpet gang. That's what's up. That's what's up. You know what I mean? The brother Helker's agreeing with me like he is. He seems like a real good dude, man. Go over there and support him. Check out what he's doing. Support him. Support Melanie King. I was on Melanie King last night. She had me up. We went for about 45 minutes, actually, the two of us. We got into a really good debate about who should lead in relationships. A really good debate. That was last night on her show. It was towards the end of the show. If you jump over there, just kind of scroll towards the end of the show. We went for about 40, 45 minutes, maybe, the two of us debating back and forth. Now, keep in mind, Melanie King is from Kevin Samuels' camp, right? She's, you know, I'm not going to call her red pill, but she's very red pill aware. She has you know what I mean? You could tell a lot of tenets, very sharp, very savvy. And we stumbled into a conversation. Normally, I just go over and have fun. I just check in, how you doing, crack a couple jokes, and I'm out. This time, we got it. We were like in it. We got in it, and it was a really good debate. And you know, it was basically who should, you know, we were talking about top tier guys. I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna really get into the video. We were talking about top tier men, and y'all all know from this platform. Top tier men, they get to set the terms. So if you're a female and you want a top tier guy, you have to accept his terms, whatever those terms may be. And that's what I was telling her. Hey, top tier guys, they set the terms. It's up to the woman to say yay or nay or whatever. And I was basically like, you know, as me, DL Saint, if I set the terms, I'm the CEO. I'm the commander. I'm the pilot, however you want to use it. The decision needs to be made. I make it. And I think that's how men should do. That's one thing I do believe. Like, you know, that's how it should be. And personally, that's how I get down. I'm going to make that decision. If you're going to be with me, I'm making that decision. I'm in charge, right? And boy, that turned into 45 minutes of us going back and forth. You guys should check it out. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. And I'm on her platform, right? So that's an away game for me. I'm on her platform in her chat. And I call her chat savage, right? That they are a savage chat. That's how when I go in there, like, salute to the savage chat. You know what I mean? Because they don't play. And at the end of that, I asked Melanie to ask the chat who won the debate. One's for me, two's for her. If she didn't want to do it, you know what I mean? That's like her feminine came out like, everybody gets a trophy. I'm like, no. And she was like, okay, men are competitive. Okay. One's for DL if he won, two for me if I won. And I just kind of glanced at it, and it was real close. Like I said, it was an away game. It was real close. But yeah, if it was a Vegas thing, I would have won because she wouldn't have covered the spread. Like it was real close. Either one of us won by just a hair, you know what I mean, or it was an outright tie. So it was pretty good, man. Like, check that out if y'all get some time. Melanie King, man, that's my people, man. And shout out to her. Shout out to Suzette Speaks. You know what I mean? Definitely going to be rocking with her, you know what I mean, jumping on and seeing what's going on over there with her on her platform, and Black Man Unfiltered Network. So, all right, I've done a lot of talking. 30 minutes in and I ain't talking loud. I ain't really saying nothing. Brother Doug, with AI automation, I'm concerned, and the 1% are concerned. Several NGOs have predicted by 2030 to 2035, 90% of jobs will be replaced by automation and AI. That's why we're coming up with UBI. Absolutely, I agree with you 100% there, man. That's, again, Andrew Yang was preaching that, 2-3 cycles ago, election cycles ago. That's when it caught my eye, and I'm like, shit, he ain't lying. It makes sense. And as soon as the automated trucks come online, that's when we're really going to see it. That's when it's going to really take a chunk out, a real big ass bite out of the economy. That's when people are going to feel it in their pocketbook, because people are going to start losing their businesses, right? The freeways, anybody who's traveled on the highways from, coast to coast, or from, from north to south, border to border, or whatever, just interstate, whatever, you see all of the hotels, you see all of the truck stops, you see all of the mechanics and all that stuff that line the roads, right? There's a business there. Well, if there are no humans in the trucks, there's, that's gonna really hurt the business. And think about that. If cars are automated and you can just get in your car and go wherever you want to go, and the cars are comfortable and you can lay back and all that, bro, you don't even need a hotel. If I'm going from Tampa to DC and the car is 100% automated and I don't have to drive, it's safe, it's all that, I could get comfortable and just chill out and do a live, read a book, go to sleep, wake up, and I'm in DC. I don't have to stop. And it's electric. I don't even need gas. Yo, that's really going to change the way we do business in this country. And that's why I'm going to stay on top of this AI thing, because I really want people to think about it. Universal basic income, that might have to be a thing. It may have to be. Otherwise, the rest of the country is going to go the way of California. Y'all see how bad it is in California. Don't take my word for it. I'm going to be talking about that maybe tonight if I get a chance to jump on. I told y'all when I was talking about get out of California how bad it is, and I said what's going to happen. I'm like, it's going to be a spike in car thefts, carjackings, and home invasions. And guess what? I came across an article. This person in Tarzana, home invasion. Luckily, the man had a shotgun. He was able to run off the invaders. He had a shotgun, and it's really hard to get weapons in California. And I wonder if that guy got in any trouble for having that shotgun. So listen, I mean, if we don't get some sort of UBI, what's going on in California, amplify that by like 3 or 4 times, magnify that, I should say, 3 or 4 times, and that's what America's going to look like from coast to coast. So we're going to need to do something. That STEMI money kind of looked like UBI kind of stuff. Brother Doug, I'm pushing the youth for those that will listen to go to STEM studies and careers. Yeah, someone's going to have to fix all that stuff. Someone's going to have to program all that stuff. Yeah, there's money there. You're still going to need plumbers. You're still going to need homemakers and stuff like that, contractors and da-da-da-da-da. I tell young guys to get into that. Use your hands and make money. You know what I mean? Brother Hayoka, or she can have a greeter at Walmart. She can have a good brother. Vikings in the house. What's good, bro? Jesus. What's good, bro? I hit the wrong button. That's for you. Good morning. Welcome. Thanks for coming. And Brother Mandrell is here too. What's good, man? I got everybody coming through. The automated trucks are about 97% accurate already. That's crazy. It's coming, y'all. There's no getting away from it. It's the future, man. It's the future. And AI is getting smarter and smarter as we speak. Can't wait to get into this video. I'm going to finish up these chats. We're going to jump into this video. You can see what I'm talking about. Brother Hayoka, automated trucks are already being used for training in Australia. Wow. I didn't know that. A preview of some